Audience.
Right. Hi everyone. Let me introduce the class to my best friend. Her name is Endim. She's not here with me currently, but that is the topic of my special occasion speech. So my theoretical best friend. Why is this person important to me? Well, I think I'm introducing you guys to her because she is a part of my family, the family in this journey that I call life, someone that I chose to be a part of my life. And she's been a constant in my life since I was 4, okay? Let me move here a little bit. Why I chose her as the topic of my speech is because she shaped me into the person that I am today. And let me show you guys a photo of us when we were kids. This is us. And how we met is my family went to her grandpa's a pastor. My family started going to her church and we met through that. But additionally, her dad and my dad were friends, and my mom and her grandma were friends. And then eventually, later on in life, her aunt ended up becoming my babysitter. So it always kind of felt like we were around each other, and it's almost kind of like we were destined to be in each other's lives. Our friendship deepened even more than just hanging out on babysitting dates though. Due to some circumstances in my life, I did go through a lot at a young age, especially moving across the country when I was around 14. And if anyone's ever moved before, you know how difficult it can be, especially when making friends. And I never lost contact with Endim, and she always stayed a part of my life. So I really appreciated that. Could you tell me the time? And yeah, so throughout my life, I did go through a bunch of tumultuous things, but her friendship was one thing that I never questioned. All right, and attached here is a picture of some friendship tattoos. Now, I show these tattoos. These are not the ones we have because the ones we have are not really safe for this presentation, but for the purposes of this presentation, that was what I had for y'all. So her and I have friendship tattoos. We have matching crosses on our ribs, and I don't have any other tattoos, so it's pretty symbolic to me just because we have been a part of each other's lives for so long, and well, we hope to stay in each other's lives permanently. So how exactly does she influence me? She's shown me through her actions that loyalty and consistency is the number one thing that I strive for in my relationships. Additionally, I also want to point out that with friendships that have lasted as long as ours, it's not always good, if that makes sense. There have been bad stages of life on both of our ends, and it's just kind of about I don't want to say tolerating is the word, but sort of accepting that person for who they are at that stage in life. And it's taught me a lot about what it means to actually be a friend and how to have longevity. Again, and it's actually allowed me to value people who stay at all stages of my life, whether I'm doing good or yeah, stuff like that. And I'm really glad that I'm able to introduce you guys to her, and I hopefully that you guys would be able to take something from this and maybe have some gratitude towards your loved ones or your friends in your life, and yeah, just kind of appreciate people for sticking by you at all different stages. And thank you for listening to my presentation.